YouTube, we are back with another video. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today we are building Atlas for level cap. If y'all seen the last build video, we had Atlas, and this is the build that we use for our all-around build, which includes looting and just kind of just like gameplay as a general steel path build. But today we are making a steel path build, a steel path level cap build, and not just that, we're gonna test the strengths of this build by making the build and going to level 9999 in the Void Cascade. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the build video. So we're all thinking steel charge, right? We're all thinking steel charge for the extra melee damage. Y'all remember how we built him last time? So the good thing is we can keep the fist. His fist should still fist relatively the same way, so we don't have to change the fist build. But just so YouTube sees it, this is the fister that we got right here. Landslide fist prime. This is what we got. It is very good. I don't think we need to change it whatsoever. Where do we go from here? What about Briefer Spot for shield gating? Well, I actually heard that Briefer Spot doesn't proc because if you're using the augment, which is Rubble Heap, it says Landslide costs no energy, so you're not using energy when you're using your fist. So where you're not using energy, Briefer Spot isn't working. Survivability last time was the biggest issue that we had. I almost don't want to absolutely tank our efficiency unless we're putting Nourish on this character. Range? Oh yeah, we're gonna need that. Oh yeah, we're gonna need that. Appreciate you, brother. How was your stream? You gonna be invised. That's the only way to survive, if not shield gating. Horus should work with Atlas Shot, or does his fist count as a melee? No, when we were using Horus last time, it wasn't working. Or that would be an OP. So what are we doing for our survivability? Rolling guard? Well, rolling guard isn't enough to survive level cap. It's good, but it's definitely not enough. I feel like equilibrium is minimum. We don't need, we got Rubble Heap on. Prime Flow. Yep, because we're going to need Prime Flow. That's a must. That's absolutely a must. Rolling guard is your only option without shield gating. Well, we can shield gate, but we just can't do it with Breather Spot. Yeah, so, yeah, Arcane Aegis. We're going to have to shield gate for sure. So we're going to have to go Arcane Aegis. I don't care to do what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? We'll go Aegis. Catalyzing shields and rolling guard. You're not wrong. Wait, Arcane Aegis and catalyzing shields, right? Wait, so you just put these two on and no Aegis? So take off Aegis, basically. I've never done any type of shield gating, so I don't know. Okay, so take off catalyzing and this one. Take off catalyzing. So Aegis and fast deflection. I never thought shield gating would be so difficult. I thought it just took, like, you just had to throw on catalyzing shields and Aegis. Take off his second for yeah, what kind of survivability tool will we use? Yeah, we're gonna get rid of his second. What should we do though? Pillage. We're going Nourish and putting in R2. Y'all gotta see this through. Y'all gotta see this through now. Y'all got to see this through. Okay, we're putting it on the second ability on configure 2, and we're gonna get Briefer Spot. Okay. You know, I didn't want to do Nourish, but at the end of the day, it's not. You know, so we're gonna take that off that one because we're gonna swap these polarities. So we're putting on Briefer Spot. So on ability cast, squad converts 150% of energy spent to shields while overshields are inactive. Okay, so that's gonna help with our shield. What other mods do you have to use with Briefer Spot? I can't remember. It's Arcane Aegis, right? And that should be good. This should be good, right? I'm pretty sure this will hold us. Primed redirection. Do we really need that? Thacker using Rubble. Oh, I'm gonna take off Rubble Heap. I'm taking that off. So primed redirection. This will take care of us. Rubble Heap gets 2 times damage though. So we use our 3 to shield gate then? You're right. I didn't think about the damage. So we should use our 3 to shield gate. Am I going to survive? I need one answer from one person. I don't want no one else to say anything. Is this build going to make me survive? This is why I don't do the shield crap. I've never seen my chat so split. Okay, we're just keeping this. We're just keeping this. Genuinely, we're just keeping this. Archon Stretch. Archon Intensify. Definitely. Okay. Do we want some efficiency? No, we need Flow. I'm going to put on Flow for our purple shards. But I also feel like we're going to need a little bit of efficiency too. We're going to have to like balance this out. We have no duration on this build. Health gives energy. Do you have room for equilibrium? I should, yeah. Hopefully at least. Okay. So so we got the equilibrium. We got 3 crit damage shards. 3 crit damage shards. Definitely going to need that for the melee. 2 casting speed. So that is good right there. So our casting speed's good. Aegis for the shield. Catalyzing for shield. Briefer Spot for shields. Do we need duration? Not really, I don't think. Got some range. What else would you all put on this? Rolling guard, safety net. I can't fit it. Huh. Do we put another form on? Okay. We'll be back. Sorry, team. Sorry, team. We got to get a couple levels real quick. Carol, if I'll appreciate you. Status clear. That's true. Rolling guard will guarantee... Yeah, that's true. That's true. Hold on. Let's put one more form on this thing. We're good. We're good. Your fit is low-key chop. Dude, it looks like you. IRL. I don't know what that was. That was the most annoying thing ever. For some reason, we were getting no XP whatsoever. All right, let's go back to Atlas now. So we have broke that build. All right, let's put another Omnia form on. Thank the Lord we got that done. We should be completely fine now, though. And we can also put preparation back in our all-around build. So now I don't have a broken build over here. Hold on. Nice. Okay. We got preparation. Whoa, what is that? Okay. Now we get rolling guard. And that's going to help us with our shield gating issue. Honestly, this build looks really solid to me. Archon stretch for a little bit more range. Archon intensify, and the Archon, the electricity damage is proccing from our fist, which is used like for influence and whatnot. So we're going to get a little bit of energy from the Archon. Archon intensify because we have abilities on our Warframe that restore health, which is going to give us 30% more ability strength, so 60% extra strength basically. Catalyzing shield, brief respite, arcane aegis for our shield gating, and then the rolling guard just in case we get hit by like a modifier or something like some heat and slash. It's going to protect us whenever we roll. Cutting drift for a little bit more range. That one's kind of like a flex, however you want to. Blind rage because we need a lot of strength with Atlas. We've also got more augmented for strength as well. Rubble heap, it's going to cost out. Our fist is going to be no cost whatsoever once it's at the 1400 rubble mark. And we're going to have double the damage and travel 2 times as fast. Equilibrium for more health pickup. Health is energy, and energy is health, basically. And that's the build. And we're going to take this to, and we got Nourish assumed on the 2. Once again, here's the fist, if you want to copy that. These fists work great. We tested out in the last video. This is a really good build for the fist. Now, we're going to get our, chat, who would y'all go, Doriga? Would y'all say Doriga would be a good pickup? I'm gonna go Doriga. I trust my Doriga with the Vergalis. Okay. Weapons, well, that's what we're going to get around to. What primary weapons should we use with Atlas? I feel like I'm going to be using my secondary most of the time. Toe raid. Get banned. I'm going to use the Accor secondary, but we're actually going to make a different Accor build. Secondary fortifier. Yeah, I think this looks good. And Everett for crit chance. Okay. I think I'm going to go the Accor with the secondary fortifier so we can just strip Overguard. I think that's the play. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So we can take some Overguard from them. That's going to help us out a lot with survivability. Okay, we got our builds, chat. We got our lineup. Our Atlas level cap build has been completed. I'm not going to lie. While we were building Atlas, I was very thoroughly confused because apparently there's a huge difference between shield gating and shield tanking. And I'm going to lie. I wouldn't lie to y'all, chat. I don't know the difference. So... little bit of a learning curve right there. Shield tanking, apparently you want like a lot more shield from what I was able to comprehend. Shield gating, you want less shield because it's proccing the invulnerability that you're supposed to be getting over and over again. So that's kind of how that's all I comprehended with the shield situation. LR5, by the way. Yeah, but I don't do level cap content, and you really don't need to do any of that for any based content at all. Let's start punching, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to take me a minute to remember Atlas. So 3 is our Petrify, which is still a good ability. We have to Petrify to get our armor stacked. The issue is getting kills, bro. Like, I need to get kills. Come on, can we get a gold part? We have yet to get a single gold part this whole time. Ooh, hey, we completing vault. Sup, Curly? Let's go. We going for gold, ladies and gentlemen. We going for gold. Let's go. Dude, if I get knocked down one time, I'm right next to my teammate and he reses me. It's not that big of a deal. I just got caught by Slash. That's all it is. There you go. Are you not running rolling guard? No, I am. But as soon as that Slash procs, dude, I've got like, I mean, realistically, how long do I have, chat? Not very. I've got to react fast. So if I'm looking over for a second and I read the chat, by the time I look back at the screen, that Slash is already going to have me dead, basically. Like right now. If I just clutch. Yep. You feel me? Yo. Okay. GG. Yo. I'm going crazy with the Vault Blueprint. The Vault Blueprint. No way. No way. Did we get the full Vault set? I have pulled so many Sebagoth primes. Another thing that's kind of ruining me too is low-key when my teammates kill the enemies, which I'm not putting no blame on my teammates. It's just how the game works. But I'm using my 1 as a form of survivability. And when I run to try to melee one of the enemies, if they get killed, then that's kind of like a invulnerability moment. I guess if that makes any sense. Like if there's enemy, it's actually easier to survive if there's more enemies. So I can just spam melee and I don't take no damage. Hello? Hey, no, dude, don't apologize. That is not your fault, bro. That is not your fault. Nah, that ain't your fault, bro. There ain't no reason to apologize. You didn't do nothing. Oh, I don't know what keeps happening to all my combo. Uh-oh. Yo, okay. We gotta get Kubros, I believe. Wait, Volt Systems. Dude, what is happening? I have pulled like 6 golds in a row. Anyone got any Derlit Blacks in the chat right now? Yo, why didn't y'all let me pick the relic? Dude, are we? Okay, that's cursed, bro. That's so cursed. That's so cursed. And I go down too? Really? I didn't even have time to use an ability out of it. Dude, why is my 1 not being used? Dude, my thumb is hurting from spamming abilities. If I was on keyboard and mouse, this would be so much easier. I can't lie. Oh, man. What is my team using to stay alive? What are they on right now? Well, he's invisible. So, invisibility is his survivability. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to go down again. Yeah. I'm going down because of my scans, people. Because I ain't using an ability. It's GG's. It's okay, though. Got it. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Level cap complete, bro. We got it, bro. We got it. Gara, Noko, Ash. Oh, so Ash and Noko are invisible. What is Gara's survivability? How does Gara survive? Let's go. Million damage nuke. Look at all those arcanes. Rest in peace. Not bad, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, very feasible experience. Took less than an hour and a half. We got a bunch of loot. Low-key want to screenshot this and send it to the Discord. This is going to Cascade. Gara build next. No, we have to go down the charts. Alphabetical order. Banshee is up next. Not bad, bro. Not bad. It was really... the survivability was a little difficult. I won't lie. So the thing about Atlas, where his 1 isn't actually using energy, it low-key makes it a little bit harder to shield gate, huh? Ash, we've already done Ash. Cascade loot. Because the 1 ability I'm spamming isn't doing it. Well, YouTube, y'all let me know what y'all think of this video. Was it a W or L? Did you all enjoy that Atlas level cap build? What would you do differently about the build? How would you go about building Atlas? Personally, I know that I rarely see Atlases in my game. And I know that I don't think I've ever seen an Atlas go to level cap. Not that there's not been people who do it. That's not what I'm saying. But I know that there's very few and far between. So it was definitely a interesting level cap experience. But with that being said, YouTube, I love you guys so much. And I will see you all in the next video.